and welcome to the ESI Africa studio. Today I'm speaking with Harold Hayes, Chief Technology Officer from Landis+Gyr. Hi Harold, how are you?
Very well, and yourself?
Good, thank you. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Pleasure.
With your experience in Africa's smart metering space, in your opinion, how important is digitisation for Africa?
That's very important, and everyone wants to change. They're poised to make the change, but not taking the step. So they're wanting to go there, but not going over. So they need to change, and they're following the market, but they need to change.
And what do you think is some of the challenges around this that's maybe adding to some of this pushback?
Well, change management. People are scared that they're going to do things different. Meter readers are not going to have a job. People doing disconnections, reconnections are not going to have a job. But going smart doesn't stop the number of people. It's upliftment to the people and going there. Community pushback is also the problem, where people haven't been paying for years. Now they get a smart meter, they know they're going to have to pay, and that's where the challenges come.
And this week you were a panelist on a discussion that focused on the latest smart metering technologies.
Yep.
What were some of the key points that surfaced out of this discussion?
Everyone bought into the technology, everyone's happy with the technology. The biggest challenge we're facing is change management with the utility. So the utilities just need to give it out, give it to someone, say do the job, and then hand it back over to them. When we leave it with the utility, it's a start-stop situation where you get to a point, and at one of the sections within the utility there's a poise.
And were there any case studies that came up that could be used as a best practice?
Well, in our case, we've got two projects in South Africa, Eskom, eThekwini. They're going very well. And I think it was Iran that was also running, but they're all going very well. Meters installed, smart metering working, it's all going very well.
And are there any other updates around what Landis is doing in terms of the market?
Well, definitely PLC, G3 PLC is the way to go, and that was also identified in the talks this week, that this is the preferred technology. RF works, but there's too many challenges within the African market, so G3 PLC looks like the choice. With 4 million meters installed in China using PLC, it looks like Africa is going to follow the same path.
And can you give us a few of these challenges that you speak of in Africa?
Well, RF, you need to protect the asset, so they take a meter, put it into a steel enclosure. The distances in South Africa, brick buildings, a brick building with a steel enclosure, RF is not going to get through the thing. So PLC talking on the mains is the best option, because the meters need to be installed outside the premises, far away from the dwelling. So that is what's working.
And lastly, is theft and vandalism still a very real challenge in Africa?
It's actually moved. What's been currently identified, we had a PIESA conference before this conference, and there in South Africa they've now changed the laws that people do not get bail for tampering or stealing copper cable, this, that. They don't get bail, and the fines have increased. So there is definitely an increase on not tampering with a meter, but actually now going directly to the source, tapping onto lines and not looking at the meter box. So it is definitely on the increase.
Harold, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
And thank you, broadcasting live from African Utility Week.